is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Divers pulled a man's body from a canal in western Broward County. It was hours after the SUV he was driving crashed into it. Chopper 4 was over the scene. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten spoke to a family member. He reports from the scene near Max Fish Camp.
We spoke with the victim's brother. He was too distraught to go on camera. You see, he's the one who actually found the body floating in the canal here. That was after a very long night of wondering what had happened to him. It was just before 9 last night when a Chevy Tahoe plunged into a canal near Max Fish Camp off Chrome Avenue.
He was lost, and then we tried to find him. And when we saw the police, we came here, and then we found out that there was a truck under the water. We figured out it was the truck that we was trying to find him.
Teresa Rojo is a friend. She said the man in the truck was 26-year-old Ramiro Gomez. While they found the truck last night, they did not find Gomez until this morning. His brother made the difficult discovery.
When they took out the truck, he wasn't there, and we got in, like, how to say, when they're feeling like maybe he's alive, maybe he ran away.
According to family and friends, Gomez liked to fish in this area. They don't know what caused him to go off the road. Marshall Jones from Max Fish Camp was the first to notice that something was wrong when he was returning home last night.
I saw a series of skid marks that were not there when I left an hour earlier. The skid marks led to this disturbance behind me here, and that disturbance was a telltale that a vehicle had gone into the ditch.
He believes Gomez lost control a ways back, then skidded into the water.
The vehicle hit the water with such force that it blew the entire front grille, bumper, and headlights out of the vehicle. We found them floating in the canal.
BSO Traffic Homicide is investigating, trying to figure out what caused that car to lose control in the first place. Meanwhile, family and friends have put together an online account, getting donations to help send the body back to Mexico. In West Broward, Ted Scouten, CBS News Miami.
Always tracking, always alerting. This is Next Weather.
We had a few showers today, but now we're drying up and heating up.
We are, and you know, for the next few days, get ready because the feels like temperature notch is going to start climbing up. That's when you combine the temperature and the humidity, and boy, it is going to get into the triple digits. I think by tomorrow we could probably get our first heat advisories, and I say first because I think we're going to have a potential stretch of them. That's how dry and that's how hot it's going to be. This time of year, it's pretty much automatic. If you don't get showers and storms in the afternoon, you're likely going to get a heat advisory because we're going to spend all day with temperatures in the 90s, and you factor the humidity, and it just starts getting not just uncomfortable, but dangerously hot if you spend too much time outside without getting that AC break and keeping hydrated with water there. As we check in on the numbers, here are the current temperatures. You can see 91 in Pompano Beach. Pompano Beach has been fascinating throughout the day today. You were in the upper 80s just a couple hours ago, and feels like numbers approaching 109. So that is humid stuff. There you see the 90s continuing through Pembroke Pines. Miami at a cooler 89, but you factor in the humidity and everybody kind of equalizes, right? So low 100s, which is just a couple of degrees shy of the heat advisory. So I think by tomorrow, 105 to 107, something like that, and that'll get us into that mode. As we check in on Next Weather Rain Tracker, we're pushing this as we head through tomorrow, because I think for the rest of today, we're done as far as any showers. And tomorrow, the dry air that we've been advertising really making a difference now. It's already here, but it will take a while to kind of dry out the atmosphere. Still think at the lowest levels, a couple little showers will sneak by, particularly to the morning. With this kind of setup, you need the cooler mornings to get the showers to be able to work their way in. By the afternoon, it's just so dry and hot, they have really no chance of getting going. And that's about the last I'll show you of rain track in the next few days, because we're just going to be that dry for Saturday and Sunday as we kick off your weekend. In the tropics, we still have that area that the National Hurricane Center had been monitoring. I have to say, this is just a mess, which is great. All right, so there's the X. That's where the center is trying to get going, but you can see the thunderstorms are like well off to the west. There are hurricane hunters investigating this. I don't think they're going to find much, so I think that will just be a bit of a rainmaker towards the end of the week. It's running out of water anyway. It's going to be heading into Texas tomorrow late. No other tropical systems expected over the next 7 days. That is excellent news as we continue to get deeper into the hurricane season. There you see the system running out of space here, and then eventually getting Texas with some additional rainfall. For us, the threat will be the heat, but also be very careful, because I know we're going going to want to cool off in the water, the rip current threat is going to remain very high. So that's going to be an issue throughout the next few days. Next with a 7-day forecast, there's that heating trend heading into the weekend. Temps in the 90s, rain chances pretty much gone, and slowly coming back into next week.
Ivan, thank you. We are in hurricane season, and the Next Weather team is making sure that you are prepared. Scan the QR code and find all the tools you need to help you get ready. You can also find our 1-hour special. It has important information for you and your family this hurricane season. Just go to cbsmiami.com. A woman was rushed to the hospital after a stabbing. It happened at an apartment complex in Northwest Miami-Dade. Chopper 4 was over the scene at Northwest 172nd Street and 94th Court. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch has the latest.
We are learning that the woman who was stabbed here was airlifted to the Ryder Trauma Center at Jackson Memorial Hospital, and the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says the person who attacked her took off. We were here as sheriff's deputies sealed off a section of the Natura Gardens apartment complex at 17281 Northwest 94th Court. The complex says these are luxury apartments. We are near Miami Lakes and just west of I-75. The sheriff's office says they received a call at 8:43 this morning, and when they arrived, they found a woman lying on the ground suffering from at least one stab wound. We have been watching, and investigators have been focusing their attention on this second-floor apartment. They have not identified the person who stabbed her, but they say she knows that person. It is not clear at this point what sort of relationship they have. We checked with the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, and they tell us the victim is in stable condition. If you can help find the person who attacked her, call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. In Northwest Miami-Dade, Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
Supporters of Northwestern High School head football coach Teddy Bridgewater are set to rally outside the school. They plan to gather about 5 p.m. Bridgewater was suspended for providing players with benefits that are not allowed. In a social media post, he acknowledged covering transportation, meals, and recovery costs for his players during the 2024 season. The Florida High School Athletic Association is investigating. Bridgewater led the team to a state championship last year. We are following disturbing new details and the arrest of a Miami-Dade Sheriff's deputy. She's accused of sexually abusing a teenager. In one of the videos obtained by the FBI, the deputy is violently choking the teen. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner reports from Haulover Beach. She spoke to the sheriff.
Messages uncovered by the FBI indicate that this deputy knew she was in a sexual relationship with a minor, counting down the days until she turned 18, promising to marry this teenager. Now, this complaint is incredibly disturbing. So disturbing, we can't even mention a lot of it on TV. There's no mugshot of 51-year-old Carly Miranda Blum as of right now, but this is body camera footage of the 29-year veteran from a separate arrest in 2022.
I'm very disturbed by the arrest of one of our deputies.
The federal complaint says on the victim's phone there are videos of several different sexual acts taken in Atlanta. In one video uploaded in October 2024, it shows Blum violently choking the teen.
This kind of behavior is unacceptable. It tarnishes our badge.
The complaint says the deputy and the victim communicated over social media. This is the TikTok account listed in the complaint. It has a photo of Blum in her MDSO deputy uniform and 15,000 followers. In screenshots of their conversations, the complaint says the deputy expresses her sexual desires of the teen, and the two exchange explicit photos and videos. In one conversation where the victim says she wants to leave Blum, the complaint says Blum threatened to slowly kill the victim if she did so.
I am very disturbed by the incident as it occurred, whether it's as a citizen, as a mother, but even more so as a law enforcement officer. We need to hold ourselves to a very high standards.
Last week, the teenager was Baker acted for a psychiatric evaluation. This week, investigators say Blum drove up to Atlanta to be there when the teen was released from the hospital.
The deputy was arrested in the state of Georgia by the FBI, so my understanding is that she is still currently in the state of Georgia. Once they move her from there is when we will take our next steps. The immediate will be a relief of duty, which will happen shortly upon the processing.
Just the one charge of recording a minor in a sexual encounter is a minimum of 15 years in prison, up to 30 years in prison. In Oliver, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
Sad news now. Wrestling legend Hulk Hogan died this morning from cardiac arrest. It happened at his home in Clearwater. Hogan's real name is Terry Bollea. He rose to fame in the 1980s. He was popular for his charisma, physique, and ability to connect with the audience. He leaves behind 2 children. Hulk Hogan was 71. When we come back, it's the end of an era. For anyone shopping for a new car, we're keeping an eye on your money next. And Dolphins training camp is now underway. We invite you to join us weeknights after CBS News Miami at 11 for a look at all the action and the news coming out of Miami Gardens. And mark your calendars, the first preseason game against the Chicago Bears is on Sunday, August 10th at 1 o'clock. That's right here on CBS Miami, your official home of the Miami Dolphins. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. JetBlue is set to debut new flights at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. The airline plans to add service between FLL, Tampa, Norfolk, Virginia, Atlanta, and Austin, Texas. The carrier will also increase the frequency of flights between FLL and Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Phoenix, and Raleigh. Seats on all flights can now be booked. The added flights begin starting October 26th. We are keeping an eye on your money. Soon, there will not be a single new car on the market for less than $20,000. The new discontinued Mitsubishi Mirage is the only new car you can now buy for under 20 grand. According to a Kelley Blue Book report, there are only 1,700 of them left to sell nationwide. And this might surprise you. According to Kelley Blue Book, the average MSRP for a new vehicle is more than $51,000. Well, that does it for your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.